get underway. Yehezkel Halifa from Clemson, an Israeli athlete, is in the event along with Peter Loomis of Brown, Mark Jumkermann of UCLA, Jacinto Navarrete of Washington State, Brad Barquist of Michigan, John Sherer, also of the University of Michigan, James Farmer from North Carolina, and of course Joe Falcon, the junior from Arkansas. Out quickly, your leader from North Carolina is James Farmer, who finished second in the National Cross Country Championships to Pat Porter out in Colorado. And right now, he is opening up an early lead.
I think he's going into the lead for two reasons. One, he's a cross-country runner. He is very strong, and he wants to push the pace, make it a fast pace. And two, he knows the top competition is probably Joe Falcon, right there, Arkansas, number 223. And when you have someone who ran a race just less than an hour ago, you want a fast pace. Don't let them get their nose in the race and smell victory. Make it fast right from the beginning. And Joe mentioned to Larry Rawson in his interview after the mile that his calf was a little tight. Once your calf gets tight, there's not much you can do in an hour to loosen it up. And on these turns, I'm afraid he may have some trouble with it. 63 seconds for the first 400 meters. That's a quick pace.
And Joe Falcon way back in 6th position, and his stride has chopped some. You see there, he seems to have lost a couple of inches off the stride that has already carried him to a mile victory. And he's about to give up 6th place to the runner from Brown, Peter Loomis.
And in 3rd place, number 458, Mark Jumkermann of UCLA. This is his last collegiate race. He's been running well on the indoor circuit. Second at the Athletics Congress meet at the end of February in the 3,000 meters. So he is a real potential winner in this race.
Up front is the North Carolina runner, James Farmer. In 2nd place from Clemson, Yehezkel Halifa. And in 3rd place, Jumkermann from UCLA.
In 4th place, Jacinto Navarrete from Washington State was in this race last year. Took the lead at one point, really pushed the pace. We'll see if he plays a part that he's back there in 4th in the maroon. Washington State University. 2:06 for the half mile. Still the pace fairly quick. That's 8:24 2-mile pace. This is 3,000 meters, just 188 yards short of 2 miles. Defending champion Joe Falcon has just won the mile earlier, and he is back in last place in this field of 8 right now, but he's in contact with the field. Less than half the race gone by, so I wouldn't worry about him at this point, Bob. You're worried about his tight calf, I know. And I think everybody, well, just us, because the people here don't know what he said in the interview.
It looks as though maybe he's gotten some of that stride back, and you're right, Marty, he is maintaining contact. We'll have to see if he starts to move up as we approach a mile. I don't know that Joe Falcon is going to want to wait much longer than that. Larry Rawson is standing by at trackside.
Bob, I had a chance to chat with Joe Falcon just before he started the race. I asked him about his leg. He said it was no problem, that they had massaged it, worked it out, and he felt fine. Farmer here has had a great indoor season after a great cross-country season. Obviously, he wants to take out the pace, as Marty was talking about.
3:11 for the 3/4 point. That's 4:21 mile pace. Not real fast, but it's going to keep them from getting too comfortable. He hasn't dropped anybody in this field yet, as the positions haven't really changed since the gun went off.
Very strategic race right now, very tactical race, I should say. Farmer up front, 2nd place, Halifa from Clemson. 3rd remains Jumkermann from UCLA. 4th is Navarrete, the Colombian, for Washington State. In 5th place is Brad Barquist from Michigan. John Sherer from Michigan is now given up 6th place to Peter Loomis from Brown. To drop Sherer back in 7th place, and Joe Falcon now starting to move up. Here he comes.
As they approach the 1 mile point, he's got to get in better position, because if anyone, perhaps Jumkermann for UCLA, were to make a move, it would be hard to cover it from 7th place where he is right now. 4:17 past the 1st mile, but having done this double, I know that Joe Falcon mentally is fighting a tough battle. It is tough to get up for another race so soon after that 4-minute mile, especially when they haven't allowed the pace to become slow and tactical, and they've been making it hurt somewhat right from the gun.
Now Barquist from
There goes
Michigan.
Jumkermann making the move.
I was about to say Barquist from Michigan had passed Jumkermann for second position, but the UCLA runner has answered with a vengeance, and he moves into the lead ahead of James Farmer.
They're making it tough on Falcon as Jumkermann has really picked up the pace. That was 4:17 past the mile, and this next quarter is probably going to be down somewhere around 64 second pace as he is now dropping the field, but Falcon has got enough to respond.
Quickly, Falcon up into fourth position behind the Israeli runner Halifa from Clemson. Falcon will probably take over third place on this straightaway, 5:21 at 2,000 meters.
Well, he's put himself in a little bit of a disadvantage because now he's not drafting off of anyone. The greatest thing would be is if Navarrete would go by him and the two of them would work to reel back in Jumkermann and Farmer. Jumkermann and Farmer kind of with a pact, I would think, to try and pull away from Falcon's kick, and that gap is making it tough for Joe Falcon to draft. There's about a 7% advantage in running right behind someone.
5 laps remain. There will be 4 to go this time around as Jumkermann and Farmer do business up front. Behind them, Falcon noticeably closing in and carrying with him Jacinto Navarrete from Washington State University.
64 seconds for that last 400 meters, and Farmer's moved into the lead. Right now, Joe Falcon in third has enough acceleration that if he can hold on and just stay this close, I think he can make it up in that last lap and a half.
Joe Falcon, who has tried doubles before outdoors, he tried to do a 5 and 10,000 meter double in the NCAA championships and wasn't able to complete it, but he may have the strength now.
Okay, 3 laps to go. What Falcon would like to do is have an easy lap here to sit in, gather himself, concentrate on not losing the arms, keeping the stride short, and it's up to Farmer or Jumkermann to take off now before he can get recovered from the move he had to make up that 30-yard gap in the last 4 or 5 laps. Anyone's race right now.
There will be 2 laps to go when they cross the start-finish stripe. There goes Jumkermann pulling in front of Farmer. Here comes Falcon, and the crowd comes to its feet in the myriad. This is their man, Joe Falcon for Arkansas.
He's wonderfully relaxed and within himself. You see Jumkermann using his arms, and Falcon, with 1 lap to go, hasn't started to use the arms. He looks around psychologically. Don't do that, Joe. Don't do that. This is our greatest American distance runner right now. I hate to see him do that. This is out of character for him.
As he passed the crowd, you saw Joe Falcon raise his fist, asking them for their help. And at the finish, Joe Falcon, unofficially 7:55.8, has won the mile and the 3,000 meters at these NCAA championships. And a very spent Joe Falcon he is. Second place, Jim Farmer from North Carolina, and in third place unofficially, Mark Jumkermann from UCLA. Larry Rawson is working his way to the side of Joe Falcon, and let's go to him now.
Joe, a little bit of showmanship in that last lap. You were sure of it?
Well, I was more excited about. Coach McDonald came up to me before the race and said that if I got third place, our team could do no worse than tie. If I got second, it would be iffy if we won. If I won, there was no way we could lose the team title. So that's the 5th year in a row, and it's a new NCAA record. So I thank the Lord for giving me the talent and for allowing me to be in the position I was at the time.
Okay, you felt comfortable at the back of the pack for the first mile.
Yeah, Coach McDonald had explained to me that he thought they would take it out fast and that I shouldn't worry about the pace and just move up as the race went on. So that's basically all I tried to do.
Okay, you went past the mile, you were comfortable.
Yeah, I was feeling good. I don't know what we went through the mile in, but I really felt relaxed. And then they started slowing down, so that's when I caught them.
Congratulations, double victory.
Thank you very much.
Well, here it is. Here's the big move. Joe Falcon, who says he doesn't have a lot of speed, but he certainly did here and in the mile. And this move will not endear him to the other American distance runners. as Jim Farmer and Mark Jumkermann have to be looking at his back and saying, we will meet again. But it is an emotional moment for Arkansas. 5 indoor titles in a row.
And there is the man, Joe Falcon, as his teammates come down to the edge of the track, and folks are standing here in the Myriad. Unofficially, Falcon is your winner. Second position, Jim Farmer of North Carolina. Third place, Mark Jumkermann. And it remains to be seen whether or not Joe Falcon has, in fact, won it for Arkansas. And now Joe Falcon leads the cheers at trackside. Suey Pig, the University of Arkansas. That could be a dream come true for Joe Falcon. We'll know when we return to Oklahoma City. And more action from the NCAA Indoor Track and Field Championships. We'll be back in just a moment.